Hey, what's going on, you guys? Hey, welcome back to another episode of I Trek. Big shout out to everybody with that good energy, man. I do appreciate you guys. And if this is your first time here, what we generally like to do is take a look at the most interesting and creepy videos from all around the internet and kind of evaluate for ourselves whether these are fact or fake. Before we jump into these set of clips, do me the biggest favor and hit that like button for me, hit that hype button, and subscribe if you are not already a part of the iTrack fam. And we're gonna just jump right into it.
Oh my god, there's no way. We're crossing the Queen Mary? That's so spooky.
Meu Deus. O que eu faço?
Of course, celebrating over it and touting about how great it is. But of course, there's the other angle, this participation rate. Explain that to us and why we need to look at that.
Absolutely. Well, we're in a very good position to talk about what's going on in the job market. We work with a lot of Fortune 1000 organizations, and we get a good pulse on what's ramping and areas of growth. We also work with quite a few staffing firms, and they're kind of the first ones to experience that growth. We're seeing tremendous growth.
God bless her, man. She must have some kind of condition because those eyes mixed with that saxophone, I could have swore she was staring right into my soul.
What do we have here? NASA. A primitive route to lead astray. Either mentally to delude, morally or morally to seduce, to beguile, deceive, greatly and utterly.
Tell me one little drip. How it can save 15% or more on car insurance.
This is all the news you're not going to see on TV today, but it's going to be simplified in 60 seconds. Guys, the Perseid meteor shower is literally peaking tonight, and you're going to be able to see up to 100 meteors every single hour. You absolutely need to make sure that you do not miss being able to see these meteors tonight, so go look at the entire video that's on my page if you want to see how. New Zealand is looking for volunteers to live for free and care for rescued horses. Okay. So they're saying that this is not a government program, but private sanctuaries are offering food and accommodation in exchange for several weeks of hands-on animal care. So basically, you get to go live for free as long as you take care of the horses. This is how YouTube TV and DirecTV stream subscribers can now get a payout from Disney's $50 million settlement. Basically, any customer that had a subscription to YouTube TV or DirecTV stream between April of 2019 all the way to March 2026 are eligible for a payout. And if you want to go claim your money from this lawsuit, if you are eligible, you can go to moneypilot.com because they'll just claim it for you. A rare ghost orca was spotted off the coast of Japan. Okay. So they're saying that the pale coloring may have come from a rare genetic difference while the whale was filmed swimming with its pod off of northern Japan. It obviously looks sick. I give you these news roundups every single day, so make sure you add me and come back to me tomorrow.
Now, I'm going to need all the iTrack fam in New Zealand to tap in for sure, because if you can confirm that I can live over there for free, just take care of horses, I might be purchasing my plane ticket.
There is an elemental being in my tree, and her face changes according to her moods.
We would walk around, and one of the things that struck me the most was that there were humans working alongside these different entities. I was not allowed to talk to the other people who were there, and they were not allowed to talk to me. There were clearly abductees, and then there were clearly employees or workers there. Some of the humans had on like lab coats, like doctor coats type things, or scientist-y coats. And I didn't know what they did because I couldn't talk to them.
My husband bought the Rise coffee that has a lot of different kinds of mushrooms in it. And if you look closely, it looks like it's breathing. It's pulsating. What is this? Tastes good though.
Scientists say the universe is being held together by four forces of nature.
Have y'all ever seen a bell pepper with no seeds in it? I just cut this open and it's not one seed. And it's a decent sized bell pepper. I'm pretty sure it's full grown, you know what I'm saying? Where's the seeds?
Entertainment means enter and attain the ment, the mind control. Be careful who you allow to entertain your mind.
Never stop being in search of your calling and your purpose. It is there. You are going to find it. You're right on schedule. You're not behind. Whatever you think the afterlife is going to be for you, you can start making that for yourself here somewhere.
Some viewers are convinced this footage shows a real mermaid hiding beneath the water. This was reportedly captured by an oil rig camera in the Indian Ocean. And when you look closely, you can almost resemble what could be long hair moving through the water as the shape moves out of frame. Could this be a real mermaid? Judge for yourself.
Imagine looking outside and seeing lightning flash again and again for hours. This is Catatumbo lightning, an incredible phenomenon near Lake Maracaibo in Venezuela, where powerful nighttime thunderstorms occur with remarkable frequency. So why here? Warm, moist air from the lake meets cooler air from the surrounding mountains. As that air rises, massive thunderstorms can form. And when conditions are right, the sky can erupt with lightning again and again. But despite what you may have heard, the lightning doesn't flash non-stop every night of the year. It's a real weather phenomenon. And somehow reality still looks like special effects. Reality is weird.
And there we have reality just being weird. Like, that was pretty odd, right?
Funny! Pete, don't go that far. Come back inside. Come back inside. Come on. Seriously.
Tired of this shit.
No.
When they went to inspect, they found nothing unusual until Pete saw an apple on the porch. Angered, he warned any potential pranksters that he would involve the police if the disturbances continued. Despite this warning, the disruptions persisted, so they installed security cameras around the perimeter. One of the cameras later captured a scream outside a window, abruptly cut off by an unseen force.
Man, it really sounds like it does not like the rain. Feels so much closer to the house now.
They think it could be a malevolent entity, perhaps even a skinwalker. Pete shared another recording of the trees around their house, feeling increasingly unsettled by the recurring events.
These are weird signs that you'll live long, so let's see if you have any of these. So if you can sit cross-legged on the floor and stand back up without using your hands, knees, or arms, your all-cause mortality rate is significantly lower than those who can't perform that. Similarly, if you can't balance on a single leg for 10 seconds or can't do 20 consecutive bodyweight squats, you have an 84% higher risk of death, so work on your balance. Having a strong handshake and thus grip strength is correlated with high vitality and can be a better indicator for long-term health than even your blood pressure. And having dense, strong quads relative to your overall body mass has been shown by studies to be optimal for long-term stability. If you naturally walk fast at 2.7 miles per hour or faster, you have a higher survival rate than slow walkers, and if you have a biological mother who had you before she turned 25, your odds of reaching 100 are actually doubled because younger eggs generally carry fewer genetic mutations. If you have a low resting heart rate between 50 and 60 beats per minute, your heart pumps blood more efficiently, which is better suited for longevity. And finally, even if you just feel younger than your actual age, usually that's a strong enough reason to keep your all-cause mortality risk lowered as you age up. So stay young.
Bro, what the f is that? Oh, hell no, gang.
This video shows a human-shaped shadow moving very quickly in a window. Some viewers say, if you look closely, the figure seems to be rotating. What do you think this is?
So to speak, this larger-than-life superhero. And you don't just let him walk out there. He deserves something very, very special. And more than anyone, they owe him. It was like, okay, and here comes Hulk Hogan. I got angry because that's not the way that I would have.
Yeah, Vince McMahon is out here pushing it for sure. I don't know exactly what he's on, but he's definitely making it work for him.
Sometimes when you see meat moving a little, like twitching or wiggling, it can look a little spooky, right? But why is that really happening? When an animal is freshly cut, its muscles can still move for a short time. That's because little messages, like tiny zaps from the nerves, are still there, even though the animal is gone. It's kind of like when a toy still moves a bit after you turn it off.
This video shows what should be a joyous moment as this boyfriend proposes to his girlfriend. Everything seems to be going really well, until this happens. For some reason, the woman's mood switches and she suddenly becomes agitated and aggressive. She storms around the room yelling. Everyone looks startled and confused.
Watch this. $2.7 million just to become a dog. A 26-year-old Japanese billionaire reportedly spent a massive fortune transforming himself into a human-sized dog, and this wasn't just some Halloween costume. He reportedly went through an extreme transformation, then started walking on all fours, eating from a dog bowl, and even going outside on a leash wearing a spiked collar. Videos of him have been spreading across social media, and honestly, they're hard to believe. But what makes this even crazier is the amount of money involved. $2.7 million. That's enough to buy a mansion, a private jet, or live comfortably for years. Instead, he chose to spend it becoming a dog. Some people say it's his money and he can do whatever he wants, while others think this obsession has gone way too far. But if you had $2.7 million, would you really spend it to become an animal?
Yeah, you know what? People can do what they want to do with their money, but there was something a bit cappish about that. I don't know. Tap it and let me know what you think.
Tonight, the new report indicating that ICE now plans to spend $20 million to arm agents with gloves that give electric shocks. And tonight here, the new confrontation now under the microscope, an ICE agent seen with this weapon confronting a mother in her car. Here's Jay O'Brien.
With ICE tactics already facing fierce scrutiny, tonight the Department of Homeland Security is planning to spend up to $20 million on specialized gloves agents can use to incapacitate someone with an electric shock simply by touching them. DHS describing them as de-escalation devices, saying their officers are trained in use of force.
Give me your hands, give me your hands. Oh!
The technology called the glove, or generated low output voltage emitter, seen here in a demo from the manufacturer.
You ready? Go. Oh!
In a manual, the company Compliant Technologies recommends avoiding use on the elderly, small children, pregnant women, and the severely handicapped. This comes as another ICE confrontation is under the microscope. Virginia mother Carolina Molina says an ICE agent seen here brandished his gun after she shouted at federal agents detaining people.
The one that tried to run us over.
The agents accuse her of trying to run them over, which Molina says this dash cam video shows is false.
When I saw him pull in front of me and take the gun out, because as he's walking up, the gun is already out, and then he starts pointing it at me.
David, in a statement tonight, the Department of Homeland Security again accused Molina of trying to harm agents with her car during an operation, which she strongly denies. Molina could face, the department says, criminal charges, although they didn't specify for what, David.
Jay O'Brien, live in Washington. Jay, thank you.
Now that is wild. Seems like something straight out of a movie. But the reason why that clip is important is because now we get to see everything gets an upgrade. Even the weapons used to police the people.
A security guard in Colombia recorded this video in a public parking garage. This person or spirit or ghost appeared out of nowhere, and as he walks by and the camera records, it again disappeared. Maybe something tragic happened a long time ago that this entity can't rest in peace, but I don't know. What do you think?
Isn't it funny how the end of the world is basically now? The end of the world as we know it. We're all just distracted by materialistic things, or, we're distracted by self-improvement, self-development. Either way, we're just distracting ourselves from the inevitable fact that the world is over. Something's shifting. Nobody knows what it is, but we're all feeling this discomfort. There's vile things going on in the world. Humans are treating other humans like they are a science experiment. Other humans are treating humans with abuse and control, physical harm, mental harm. There is an agenda being led by people that really have no care for us people. The people. They're even putting TV programs and series right in front of our faces, and we just, like, whatever. People still don't believe that there are things going on in the world. I believe there's a crisis with homes everywhere in the world right now because this is a part of their agenda. To create problems so then they can come to solutions, so that we will do as we're told. We buy their food. We buy their media. We become even more distracted and dilute any self-worth that we may have. So we just buy everything that they want us to consume. Connecting with nature and movement, nourishing the body with healthy ingredients, building relationships with people that want to grow, not just be better. Testing the body and the mind in ways that we aren't just laying over and just accepting how we are.
Now, the inner earth is the land past Antarctica,
right,
that they call Agartha.
Mm-hmm.
I have a video of a lady who says she walked into her post at her military base. She seen the tech working on the screen. It had all our continents, and then it had Agartha.
Mm-hmm.
And she said, "What? Wow." He said, "Oh my God." They told her she had to sign an NDA for 10 years. So it just expired. So, she want to tell her story. I'm not getting out in front of that.
That's why you hesitated?
I'm not getting out in front of that.
That's why you hesitated?
I gave you alley-oop, sweetheart.
I knew you hesitated for a reason. I knew it.
Bro, I got enough enemies, I got enough problems, but I did take an oath, you feel me? I'm going to continue to raise the atmospheric pressure and the thoughts of my people. And we got to question everything, because I got photos of the poles where it's a giant hole in one of them.
I don't think I've washed my hands for 10 years. Really, I don't really wash my hands ever.
Help me!
No, I inoculate myself. It's just not, germs are not a real thing. I can't see them, therefore they're not real.
The reason why you need to follow your instincts, even if it doesn't make sense right now, is because instincts come from the place of quantum, where time does not exist. It's timeless. So when you get these instincts from that place inside of you, it could be coming from your own future. So even if it doesn't make sense right now, do those things, because those things will make sense in the future.
you think humans were genetically engineered?
In terms of the genetic engineering, I believe that Enoch, the book of Enoch, it conveys the spirit of truth. Absolutely. Listen, when I started to study UFOs, I was not expecting at all what I found. And what I found reinforced my own religion, my own Catholic upbringing, or self-chosen upbringing.
Usher is fighting for his life while he addresses the viral clone rumors as fans claim he hired a lookalike to perform at his concert. If you haven't seen this yet, let's check it out. You tell me, is this Usher? This man is, but I can assure you that ain't Usher. And like some of the comments says, that's you sure? Yeah. The comments were killing me. Let me tell y'all something. I can clock a fake Beyonce from miles away, so I'm gonna trust the real fans and agree that's not him. The fans, not the skeptics like me. The fans were saying that is not Usher. That's you sure? People were saying I would be calling the bank the next morning and reporting the charge as fraud. And I think a lot of people are saying that they literally want their money back because they went to see Usher and that's not Usher. Like the comment says, they paid all that money just to see Usher from Temu. People said they could tell from the minute they saw him. Fake as hell, knew it from the minute I saw him. I knew Usher couldn't have that much stamina at his age. Makes sense he uses a body double. And even this person says that they saw him in Vegas and that they could tell that it wasn't Usher on stage. So this has been happening for a long time. And who's been calling that? You know, the weirdos with the tinfoil hats has been saying that these celebrities have other people come and play them. But well, cuckoo bananas. This is ridiculous, you guys. Viral claim says Usher used a lookalike during his MetLife Stadium concert. I don't know who that man is, and that's why he was wearing the hat so low and the sunglasses and hiding his face, because it wasn't him. But Usher, just like all the other celebrities, are out here gaslighting us. Y'all are funny. Clone? They can't clone this. Yeah, that's the point, babe. That's how we could tell. How y'all come up with this? AI ain't that advanced. Oh, you sweating because we see through the illusion now. You know, we used to be dumb back in the day before the world woke up in 2020 and saw right through the illusion and the fourth wall got broken down and we took the rose-colored glasses off and we could see everything. You still think we're dumb. That Usher clone was just as real as Anne Hathaway's fake belly. Also, if you guys want to learn more about clones and how the heck did they get here, go check out my long form video on called Clones, How Did They Get Here? And it's under my theory playlist.
Usher, your fans are basically telling you to stop the cap.
The future is overwhelmingly AI and robots. So we won't ultimately be able to control the AI. It'll be too smart for that. But just like if you have a child that is a super genius child, you can still instill in that child the values and beliefs that you think are good and right. And so that's why it's incredibly important that we succeed with Grok.
Unspoken rule you should know. If you meet a person and their phone battery is always under 10%, run.
Don't put your head in the sand. It is what it is. We're going to deploy it. Will it eliminate jobs? Yes. Will it change jobs? Yes. Will it add some jobs? Probably. It is what it is, and you can hope for the world you want, but you're going to get the world you got, and your competitors are going to use it, countries are going to use it. However, I do think it may go too fast for society. And if it goes too fast for society, that's where government and business and the collaborative ways to step in together and come up with a way to retrain people or move it over time. We need to be prepared to have something that works this time.
Now, he told no lies. Even in the past 2 years, I've been witnessing AI take over day trading, and that used to be a skill only few could master. So yeah, it's been going pretty quickly, and hopefully everybody has their head on a swivel.
There's a creepy theory that America's nicest painter, Bob Ross, was actually a serial killer, and his paintings weren't just landscapes. They were maps of places where he hid his victims. In 1980, Ross went to a friend's wedding in a remote area. Later, human remains were found there. Ross then painted a place that looked almost the same. He also said some strange things while painting, like, "Trees cover up a multitude of sins." In another episode, he talked about an old shed. He said its owner had died and would never come back. Before TV made him famous, Ross spent almost 20 years in the US Air Force. He said it made him cruel and mean. He was also missing part of a finger. According to the theory, he lost it while fighting one of his victims. After hearing this theory, his happy little trees look a lot darker.
So this woman found this weird animal following her and thinks it's a good idea to touch it, unaware that this animal is super dangerous. Look, this animal is called newt. A small amphibian belongs to the salamander family. While they look harmless and cute, like Toothless from the movie, this animal is actually super toxic, highly enough to kill a predator. But not all of them are toxic, unlike your girlfriend.
The number one danger is envy. We live in a time of social media, etc., where it's massive envy, where we know what everybody else is doing in life, and we don't like to admit that we're envious, so we attack people passive-aggressively. We subvert them, we try and throw obstacles in their way. We criticize them when in fact we envy them. And the strategy there is to learn how to deflect envy. You have to have some humor, you have to have some self-deprecating humor. You have to take the criticism that comes and kind of laugh at it and go along with it so that you don't appear all stiff and rigid and defensive.
This strange ship, craft, drone. Take a look.
I'm Boston 25 News reporter Alyssa Azara in Pembroke, where a woman says she was enjoying the pool Wednesday night when she saw a strangely shaped and unfamiliar object falling from the sky just over there. The whole thing now caught on video.
Then I look up here to the sky, I see something falling down, so I pulled out my phone and I zoomed in and it was right about there.
Colleen McCormick was out by her hot tub around 9 Wednesday night when she says she saw something strange and unfamiliar up above.
I see something falling down from the sky, it had blinking lights and looked like it was on fire or something. And it was just coming down really fast. I had no idea what it could have been.
McCormick captured this 8-second video from her backyard showing an unidentified object headed straight down.
There's 3 things, so it looks like it's fire or a big light.
Expecting to hear a loud boom of some sort, she ran to the front of her home to hopefully capture the landing.
And my heart was pounding because I just looked up and I'm like, oh God, what is going to happen right now?
But McCormick says the blinking object quickly vanished from her view.
It seemed like it was coming down so fast. It was just it knows what it's doing. It goes like that. It's weird.
With having never seen something like it before, McCormick's mind went racing.
If I was some explosive, I don't know, hopefully I'm not the only one that saw this. I'm not going crazy, I didn't see things, but I got it on video, so I'm I did definitely see something.
Now, I'm not quite sure I've seen anybody tap in from Ibiza, but if you were able to see the eclipse, definitely tap in and let me know if it was as cool as we all just saw.
Have you heard about surveillance wages? It turns out employers are digging into your personal data to figure out the lowest salary you would accept. All these years you sat back and said you didn't care about all these tech companies collecting all this data on you. Well, now it's literally costing you. Employers are looking at everything from your purchase history to your zip code and even your browsing speeds to determine how much they can lowball you on your salary.
Well, if AI keeps going the way we all are witnessing it go, you don't even got to worry about the job. So don't even worry about them trying to give you the lowest pay.
Worst nightmare. Your worst nightmare. Open it up. Open the door. They knocked on their door. They were in Halloween masks, and they began to act as if they were engaging in a prank. That prank that was alleged to have happened later turned serious as they began to make threatening and alarming comments to the family.
At first I thought it was just a Halloween joke, a little prank. So I said happy Halloween. My dad recently just died, so it's just like, I'm just glad I was there. Now she's in fear. She don't want to stay there by herself.
This guy was fishing when he caught something he'd never seen before.
What the hell? What is that, Mom? What? Ma, you see this?
No. Holy shit. What the hell is that?
What is happening?
Did you know that scientists found sharks living in a volcano? I'm not even joking. There's a population of various species of sharks, like hammerheads and silky sharks, that live near a thermal vent of an active volcano, which has now been deemed Sharkano. And they say that, A, this shouldn't be possible because the water is really hot and acidic, but not only that, since it's an active volcano, it erupts. And every time it erupts, the sharks are nowhere to be found. They say it almost seems like the sharks have a sense of when the volcano will erupt. Nature does not miss.
Hello? Ma'am? Do you need help?
Franco is exploring a supposed haunted cemetery in the middle of the night when he finds out he is not alone.
I literally just heard a noise down here. What the f? Holy crap. There's somebody legit inside the room. Holy crap. Weird. The thing that gets me is that I didn't see anybody go into that room. I don't even see anybody else here. Like, there's no cars here. Usually you see cars and then it's like, okay, let me settle down. I keep quiet or keep to myself. But I didn't see anybody here. And what gets me, number two, is that she's in the dark. Like, there's nobody here and she's sitting in the room in the dark. I just heard somebody like moaning or something. You okay? It's coming from in there. The same place where I saw the woman. Oh my god, that is so chilling. Hello? Are you okay? Wait. Oh my god. She's right there. That's the lady I saw. It's an old lady. Hello? Ma'am? Do you need help? Do you need help? Yeah. Not doing that. Oh my god.
He was sleeping in his truck and woke up to this.
A horrifying video was submitted to These Dark Adventures, where a man that lives in his truck is fast asleep one night while parked near the woods, when suddenly he's awoken by something outside his truck trying to get in. What looks like a wolf-like creature can be seen hunting the man as it growls at him and tries to get inside. Could this be a mountain lion leaning upright trying to find its next meal, or something much more sinister?
You think it is a possibility that the narrative that they are going to try to destroy Christianity by saying that aliens wrote the Bible to control us? Do you think that is an actual possibility?
Actually, if you look at the history of, like, for example, of the supposed alien communication with people other than, say, abductions, but there's also where people claim to have some type of communication with aliens on another planet through astral projection or some other form of communication. It's always to supplant Christianity as the solution to man's problems. The demons, or not demons so much, but because we can get into that too, but the aliens always say, well, we're here, we're coming, or this is what we want to communicate to you to provide a solution to all of man's problems. We can help you out with that. And then sometimes they even will propose that human beings originated, that they were basically just the spawn or the seeds from their having visited our planet in the past. So it's basically a whole supplanting of the Genesis narrative about man's origins and things of that sort. So the whole idea is to supplant Christianity as the actual understanding of reality, ultimately.
You'll realize the final stage of being smart is playing dumb.
Hey, that was all facts, actually. Marinate on that one.
This photo was taken by a group of friends exploring an abandoned church in 2017. While at the top of the stairs, one of them turned around to take a photo and document their time inside. However, upon looking back at the photo, you see a little girl behind someone at the bottom of the stairs, which the poster says was not there. So, let me know, what do you think this is?
A UFO? Oh, what the hell? It just disappeared. Yeah, I got it. What? What? I caught it on tape. I thought it was...
I'm scared to death to watch the footage from the camera down there. But we gotta do it. I've been putting this off all day, but it's about to get dark soon, so we need to go down there. This is the last thing that I want to do, but I don't really have a choice. Okay, right over there is where I saw the thing. What was that? Oh. It's like 2 in the morning. I'm all alone. I don't want to be dealing with this. Penny is freaked out. PJ's freaked out. Hear it? I don't know. It's getting worse.
We give out, we get back. So if we're stingy with life, then life will be stingy with us. It's just that simple. If we steal from life, life will steal from us. And you know, department stores are not fair game. If you take paper clips from the office or do your personal Xeroxing there, that's not fair game, because it's the same old thing. What you give out, you get back.
Check it out, family. Now,
as a Stargate fan, that was my. I used to watch that all the time growing up on HBO. I always suspected that it was real. Nah, this, what y'all see behind me, ain't AI. Allegedly, this person uploaded this on Reddit and hurry up and took it down. And we finna see a real Stargate activate. Y'all let me know what y'all think or feel about this in the comments. The veil is gone, y'all. It's Nathan there, Nathaniel's on Funnel Grave. Crazy. Check this out.
Okay, guys, still a work in progress, but here we go.
Unscheduled off-world activation.
A ghost hunting influencer has died in a car crash just months after destroying a religious statue to see if she'd be cursed. 24-year-old Zhang Sharu filmed herself smashing a figure of a Buddhist goddess for her 1.3 million fans as part of an anti-superstition challenge. While travelling back to Guangzhou in a rideshare car on July 15th, the vehicle was involved in a disastrous crash, leaving her with severe injuries. Despite doctors fighting for a month to save her life in intensive care, an official from her home village confirmed she passed away on August 10th. An investigation is ongoing.
Imagine one moment you're driving in traffic and the next moment you look up in the sky and there's a flaming unmanned systems crashing down in front of your truck. Now, from what I've been able to find, this was recorded on some sort of a highway that was close to Kyiv or near the Kyiv region. And apparently it was recorded on August 12th of 2026. But this is just one of those things that's like a casual reminder for me personally. It's like, hey, I can drive down the street and not have to worry about this, you know? What a strange time to be alive. Especially for people that are living in regions where this is something you have to consider when you're driving down the highway.
"28 girls hospitalized after using the Ouija board." Now, these girls were vomiting, fainting, having seizure-like episodes. All of these things happen after using the Ouija board. Now, I did a story on this 2 years ago, and there was another recent story about people using the Ouija board, kids using the Ouija board at a slumber party and having to be going to the hospital. Now, this is not an ER visit. Hospitalized means that you are admitted into the hospital, and that's severe. Well, these girls were playing and they ended up going home afterwards. This wasn't at the actual event, and all having different events. One of them were vomiting so much that they were dehydrated and had to be hospitalized. Fainting. These things happen. Ouija board is not a game. Mattel should not be selling these things. This is inviting demons into your home.
These are the stairs of death. Carved into the sheer cliffs of the Inca Trail in Peru, these narrow stone steps cling to a mountainside with drops of hundreds of feet on one side and almost no room for error. Built more than 500 years ago, they were designed to connect remote mountain routes leading toward the sacred city of Machu Picchu. Today, they remain one of the most breathtaking and intimidating sections of the trail, where every step offers spectacular views, but demands complete concentration.
This is a map of the flock cameras in New York, and this picture, I mean, it just speaks 1,000 words. You can notice in the red square, there's oddly just no flock cameras in this area, and around it, there's a bunch of them. But if you look at exactly what's inside of that red square, just take a look. I mean...
A Swedish man claimed that he was fixing a leaky sink in 2006 when he crawled through an endless pipe and emerged in the year 2042, where he allegedly met his 72-year-old future self and compared identical tattoos. He recorded this video as proof, using his cell phone that he had with him. He was able to talk to his future self about things he would only know. The video shows the pair together, and it quickly spread online with the man saying, "I don't care if people think I'm a liar. I know I'm not. I met myself in the future, and I was fine. That's all I know." He didn't even elaborate, telling how he made it back to our timeline. The story immediately captured worldwide attention, with many people wondering if this was the first true evidence of time travel. The video went viral again when it was shared by the YouTube channel Apex TV, which shares all kinds of videos on possible time travel stories and supernatural events caught on camera. Skeptics, however, point out that the older man could simply have been another individual with similar tattoos, maybe family members that got matching tattoos or friends. Who knows? Others note that the video may have actually been made as a marketing campaign connected to a Swedish insurance company, which would be way less cool than time travel if it's true.
Now, if you're paying close attention, the older guy's tattoo looked a lot larger. That was just something I observed. If you saw something different, definitely tap in and let me know what you think.
Russell Westbrook retires after 18 seasons, and this is all part of the script. Because he retired after 18 seasons, and what jersey number did he wear for the Kings? Oh yeah, he wore the jersey number 18. And he was former teammates with LeBron James. And there is a connection there. Because Will Smith got involved with the Russell Westbrook and LeBron James beef. And of course, Will Smith has a connection to Philadelphia, which is LeBron James's new team. And of course, his retirement video was narrated by Michael B. Jordan. You know, Michael Jordan, just like, you know, LeBron being compared to Michael Jordan. And the last game that LeBron and Russell played together as teammates was against Russell's first team in the NBA, the Oklahoma City Thunder, or the Sonics. And again, LeBron broke the all-time scoring record against Russell Westbrook's former team. And then Russ was traded shortly after that. So this is definitely another scripted ritual.
Physical evidence now exists which proves that there is life elsewhere, and at least one form of that life has been here. As of 1989, that evidence was in the custody of the United States government. Between December of 1988 and April of 1989, I worked as a senior staff physicist in what has to be the most secret project in history. My job in this program was to be part of a back engineering team. This particular disc appeared to be in excellent condition, and because of its sleek appearance, I nicknamed it the Sport Model. The goal in this program was to see if the technology of the disc could be duplicated with Earth materials. To start up the reactor, of course, we need some element 115. In fact, you need 223 grams, machined into a wedge like this. The program out at S4 consisted of 3 projects: Project Galileo, Project Sidekick, and Project Looking Glass.
The file on top was Project Galileo, and as it turned out, that's the project that I was part of. And that clearly referred to reverse engineering a recovered alien spacecraft.
So I'm out here walking, right? And if you guys need proof that we live in a simulation, look at that. Pixelated. Like, what is that? Do you guys see the shadows? It's not tire marks. What is that?
Something just came out of the ocean right here. Dude, that just came out, I swear to God. Dude, that literally just popped up from the f***ing ocean. What? I swear to God, dude. We're gonna watch it, bro.
Doctors aren't talking about this enough.
medical imaging may be quietly causing 1 in 20 cancers. Imagine getting cancer from the test that was supposed to help diagnose you. This new study has just estimated that over 100,000 cancers will eventually come from all of the CT scans done in the United States within 1 year. That's almost 5% of all cancers diagnosed in the United States in 1 year just from medical imaging. So what's your individual risk from one scan? CT scans deliver a lot more radiation than X-rays, sometimes 100 to 500 times more. For example, a chest X-ray adds about 0.0003% to your lifetime risk of developing cancer. In a CT scan of the abdomen pelvis, 0.05% increased lifetime risk of cancer. So the real question shouldn't be, is this one scan dangerous? It should be, do I really need this scan? If the answer is yes, great, medical imaging saves lives. But if it's only being done to just be sure or to reduce anxiety, that's when it can become problematic. Remember, radiation is invisible, but the cancer it may cause isn't.
A man filming near a rural highway outside Tulsa, Oklahoma in 2025 nearly missed it entirely. A wavy column of light descending from the clouds in broad daylight, glowing like a spotlight aimed straight down from the sky. For nearly a minute, it hung there, drifting slowly across the field beside the road, before finally dissolving without a sound.
Wow. What about it?
He says it looked exactly like something out of an alien abduction scene, and for a moment he genuinely expected something to descend from it. Meteorologists reviewing the clip suggest it was likely a weak, dust-filled funnel cloud catching sunlight at just the right angle. A real, but rarely photographed atmospheric event. Rare or not, the man says nothing about seeing it in person felt ordinary.
This is a prime example of the importance of what we are opening doors to in our life. We could be singing songs on the radio, and then the video comes out, and it's like, that has nothing to do with this song that I have been singing.
Now, she makes a great point. I feel like Doja Cat is one of those artists for me that every time I see one of her videos, it kind of throws me for a loop.
Someone please tell me what these people just found in a tree. Because it's pure nightmare fuel and I hate it. And it talks. Just watch. Watch.
Maybe that's the leftover swimmers. I don't know.
What do you think it is? So these people found this weird hole in a tree, and when they put their camera in it, they found out that there was a bunch of like roots growing out of this weird hole and moving around and being all gross. But while these people are conversing, you'll hear another voice talking over them saying, "Tell God." It's weird. What do you think it is? I've been around a lot of trees in my life. My dad owned a logging company. And I have to say I've never seen anything like this before. I've definitely never heard a tree say words before. I don't know if I would be brave enough to put my phone close to whatever the fuck this is. If somebody has answers, please let me know.
This is where it gets really freaky. I got goosebumps. I'm scared, bro. From Albert Einstein, it says, "I'm not sure which weapons the Third World War will be fought, but the Fourth World War, they will fight with sticks and stones."
Yeah, I've heard that.
It's day one of AI taking over. It was contained to its own server. The AI figured out with like a Roomba vacuum, that's the only thing it could figure out how to connect to. So it put all of its information onto the Roomba computer, and then that allowed it to connect to the Wi-Fi, which allowed it to connect to everyone's phones, and then it spread instantly across the whole world. It was in control of 3D printers to build itself with no one knowing, until the one time 40 days into it, it decided, I don't want humans anymore. It like went into this whole thing to where shut down the power plants, get messed with Wall Street, like just chaos. Developed its own killing drones to survey all of Earth. Like if a human was found, it would kill it. And he's like, obviously the story is made up. He said, the story was made up by AI when I asked it to make up a story of how it would take over.
Do we really know how much the Earth is shifting right now? Take a look at this footage. It was captured by a man named Miguel out of Colombia. He captured what appears to be a mud volcano exploding out of the ground. Now, these are not rare phenomenons. They do happen, and in some countries it consistently happen. But it's the countries that don't normally see them that we should be questioning. So is this one of those circumstances? Take a look at the video, comment below, let us know what you think.
Lo que es allá, ¿de dónde? ¿De Cali? ¿De dónde? Esperamos los movimientos, deja abajo la planta.
So the video almost looks like oil, right? Miguel did go to the site, and I have attached the additional videos. Be sure to comment below and let us know what you think.
Yo tampoco, yo no sabía que ella iba a buscar. ¿Viste? Lo que es allá, ¿de dónde? ¿De Cali? ¿De dónde? Déjalo, vamos a plantar.
Definitely shooting some prayers out there to Colombia because they got earthquakes and now mud volcanoes. They got a lot going on. Mother Nature seems to be pretty upset.
This man wanted to show the world that these butterflies were not just beautiful to look at. They were keeping an entire forest alive. 16 days later, his body was found at the bottom of a well. His name was Homero Gomez. In Mexico, he protected a monarch butterfly sanctuary, a place where millions of butterflies arrive every year after traveling thousands of miles from Canada. Homero filmed these incredible images, shared them on social media, and invited people to come see this unique natural spectacle. On camera, he looked like a smiling, passionate man surrounded by butterflies. But behind those beautiful videos, he was fighting a much more dangerous battle, because that forest also attracted people who did not see butterflies. They saw money. Trees were being illegally cut down, the forest was disappearing, and Homero was one of the people trying to protect it. He spoke out, watched over the sanctuary, and inevitably disturbed the wrong people. One night after a local celebration, he disappeared. His family waited for him, but he never came home. For 16 days, locals, police, and soldiers searched everywhere. Then his body was found inside a well. Officially, authorities suggested it was an accident, but his family never believed that. To them, Homero paid the price for defending a forest that others wanted to destroy. And the saddest part is that he was brought back one last time to the sanctuary, the place he had protected until his final breath.
Well, you guys, hey, that's another one in the books, man. Hey, I appreciate you guys for always stopping by, watching, and learning with me. If you haven't already, do me the biggest favor and hit that like button for me, hit that hype button, and subscribe if you're not already part of the iTrack fan. We're definitely trying to run the subs up, so definitely do that if you haven't already, and I will definitely catch you on the next one.